Howdy everybody, happy Friday. I'm Cheri Bant. I'm back and I'm on week 31, living whole food plant-based, and I'm here to just share a little bit on how the week has went and how it's going, and I have a couple little notes. Not a lot going on. Weight check-in, 231 in the hospital. Last week I think I was 150, and this morning I was 150. So I know that I kind of went up and down a little bit this week. I made lots of tofu onion dip. I am like obsessed with tofu onion dip. I don't know if you're not in my group on Facebook, or I don't know that I've posted on Instagram. I don't know, but over the holiday for Thanksgiving, I tried out just some store-bought onion soup mix, threw it into some tofu sour cream, and it's like amazing, but it has oil in it. So I found a way to make it without any oil. And it's not that I mixed oil in it, but the actual, it's like it might have been Aldi onion soup mix, kind of like Lipton. If you look at the ingredients on the back, there's a million of them, and oil is in there. So I try to avoid that as much as possible. So I found, and I'll share here, I brought it up. I found a gentleman that has a food blog that is whole food plant-based and no oil, and he has some amazing recipes. So I will share. I might tag him at the bottom too, because he has a lot of stuff, guys. Super simple stuff, not complicated, lots of great recipes. But anyways, I'll come back to that in a minute. So let's see. This last week's been tough for getting exercise in, because I don't know if you can see, I'm recording this later than I normally do. But it's been super cold. It's warmer today and super slippery. I normally, Mr. Bant and I will take the dog for a walk in the evenings, and in the afternoons, I was trying to get in. I was getting in my 3 mile again, my 3 mile walk. So I do, or 3 miles of walking. I would do my 1.5, earlier in the day, and then I would do the one in the evening. I haven't been able to do that much this week because it's just so slippery. I don't really want to go by myself just in case I fall down. So yeah, I actually fell down last Friday with the dog because it was so slippery and kind of hurt myself a little bit, but it ended up, I gotta say, I was kind of my back hurt, it popped it out a little bit, and then for about 24 hours I was sore. It popped back in later in the night, and then I was sore. But then I'm totally fine. Today is the first day that I lifted weights this afternoon since before we got COVID, which would have been beginning of November or whatever. So that's kind of a big deal for me. And to be able to go from last Friday, slipping and falling, and to lifting weights today, it amazes me, the recovery, guys. And I know it's the food. I know, and what I mean by recovery is, it used to be if I was achy and sore, I couldn't move for a week or two. You all know what I'm talking about. You hurt yourself, you sleep wrong at night on a pillow, and your neck is you go oh, and it lasts for a week, right? Because, as young as we are, sometimes that happens. Or you look the wrong way in the shower or something, and you pull something out. I know I can't be the only one, but it used to be before I was on this diet or eating this way, eating whole food plant-based. It would take me a long time to recover because my body was always in a state of inflammation. So it's kind of amazing what it can do. The recovery is amazing. So anyways, I lifted today and I'm a little sore right now. I'm probably going to be hurting tomorrow. So that was kind of nice, even though I hate it. Guys, I hate planks too. I did planks at the end. Anybody like doing planks? I don't like planks. And I know it's good for my core and all the things, and I don't know. I need an alternative. I don't like it. But after I'm done, I'm happy I did it, and I feel accomplished. I'm woo, see, that wasn't that bad, and it wasn't that long, and then I know that it helps me, and I know it's good for me, and I couldn't do that every day. Nope. But I love my walking, or even running, and I almost rather run than do that, to be honest. So find what you like to do, but doing some weightlifting is actually really good. At least a couple times a week. It's really good for you. Okay, even just light weights. But don't hurt yourself, because you can. But okay, so I have that. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, I didn't mention this last week. I've showed pictures or shared on Instagram. And again, if you're not following me on the Instaface, we'll call it the Instaface, on Instagram and Facebook, it's Bants on Plants, just like YouTube channel here. So you need to follow along. Yes, do that. But anyways, we've been going to the farmer's market, which I know is crazy, right? It's winter now, right? So what are you going to get at the farmer's market? It's called Crisp Country Acres. They do winter farm shares. They're like a small but larger farm south of us in Holland, and we found that we were buying a lot of produce from them. And they try to do organic, kind of organic, but it's not certified or organic. There are other people within the farmers market vendors, I think, that are straight on full organic, but a lot of their farm shares or their winter CSAs, community share agriculture, like a community share or a CSA, whatever it's called, but where you buy, like pay so much a week or a month or whatever, and you get a portion. So we've been going, and I get certain things, like right now root vegetables are really, they're in, like it's seasonal to get, like squash and Brussels sprouts and potatoes and onions and cauliflower. I think that might be coming to an end, but so that's the kind of stuff I've been getting, and it's good. It's so good to be able to buy local, and then I just supplement with whatever I can't get on Saturdays to, like when I go to Aldi or Meijer or Walmart, wherever has the best deal on the produce or whatever looks good. I'll tell you, greens, I think I might have mentioned this, greens are awful to be able to get right now. They're really gross, but I think it's the time of year, but I don't like that. I like getting my already washed greens because it's easy to eat them, and they're so gross in the store. Anybody else? Am I the only one? I don't know. So, and I usually get organic, like in the plastic container already triple washed or whatever, which I know I could get, like, I don't know. So, but this Saturday is our first pickup of our CSA. So I'm excited. I kind of wish we would have done that way sooner. But we've kind of worked into that. So you should look into that. If you have a local farmer's market, they probably do have winter shares. Maybe some of them, if they're a bigger farm, they might still be available, and you can get like potatoes and squash and Brussels sprouts, and I'm getting some beets. I love beets. I never thought, I liked pickled beets, which now if you like buy canned pickled beets, there's a lot of sugar in them, and but I had never had like just roasted beets. They're really good, guys. They're really, really, you can throw them in the air fryer. So I've got those coming too. So I'll have to share with you some of the stuff that I do with the crazy things that I get, and I'll take some pictures over there and post it on the InstaFace, either Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So check out, like a winter share, or if you can't find anything, then look for a local grower come spring and see if they have something. Okay, so the things that I wanted to talk about, and again, it's like a little, like I've been working on my holistic, certified holistic health coach training. And it's interesting. It's really interesting. There's some things I'm like, because it's not, like I said, it's not, they're all more about, the direction is more about bio-individuality, which I get. Like, everybody's different. Everybody's body's different. But I still think this diet is for everybody. But there's so much diversity within the plant-based diet that I think it would work for everybody. So, but anyways, I was kind of reading through, and I was thinking about some things. I was thinking about when I used to be like my largest, which wasn't 231. It was closer to probably 250. I don't know for certain because I wasn't weighing myself when I was really, really big. All that much. I didn't really want to. But because I was, you know what, guys, when I was really, I'm not gonna lie, when I was really big, I didn't like it, and I felt like crap, but I didn't like hate myself or anything like that. I still liked myself. So I've never really struggled. I didn't like that I was big, but I liked who I was. I'm still the same person, big, small, whatever. And most all of you should feel the same way. If you think you're going to lose a whole bunch of weight, and that's why you want to go whole food plant-based, if you're watching this or anybody out there, and you think you're going to, like, if you're having issues like how you feel about yourself, it won't make a difference whether you're, a size 4 or a size 24. You'll feel the same way. I'm not gonna lie to you. You will. You might feel better about how you're more confident in your clothes and how you look when you're around others. But if the inside, that's the same. It really is. So anyways, I kind of had that together, I guess I would say. But something that I did have a lot of when I was at my biggest was stress. Like a lot of stress. And it was, a lot of it was stress that it was just my own that I put on myself because I have perfectionist tendencies. That's a surprise, right? But I had a business at the time, and just the stress of making that work and trying to make it as profitable as possible. And then there was stress of like my husband and his job and money and all the things. And when you're in stress, it's hard to make healthy choices. Even if you're eating as healthy as you can, that stress has so much detrimental effects to your body. And I know, and I read something, and I was thinking about like, well, I don't know, and then I don't think anybody's gonna watch this, that it matters, but like my husband's kind of having some issues at work, and my oldest daughter just got a new job, which I'm so excited for her. But this made me think of all the people out there that have to deal with stress with their work. And I wrote it down, but it's from my training, and I'll read to you if I can read my own handwriting, which is pretty bad. The energy spent in a draining job, or I could put, or bad relationship, will ultimately outweigh the benefits of eating healthy food. And I don't know if I think if you can fuel your body, it's gonna help you to make better choices if you're in a stressed environment. So the better choices you can make, the more it's gonna help you. Like, when you're stressed, eat a lot of carbs. It's gonna help you not have the foggy head. A lot of people go to restrictive dieting, like keto and things like that, and then they get hangry and they're upset, and then if their life is stressed, and that's what I did, that's the way I ate, so I'm like, blah, my body was just like, oh, it wasn't good, guys. So stress, emotional stress, work stress, money stress, family stress, kid stress, and you can't, life is life, right? But if you can be aware of it at least. So just kind of like I'm going to give you a little homework assignment, because I'm doing this for myself, like looking around at all the stressors in my life and what can I have some control over and what do I have no control over. And for the things that I have control over, like I will tell you, habit and routine. That's like when I get my butt out of bed, what I do once I wake up, all of those things. What's the first thing that I put in my mouth? Am I drinking enough water? Because I can tell you right now, I have a big water thing and I drink it all, but I don't like the ice to get gross. So I dump it out and then I refill it. I'm like, I'm drinking tons of water. I started kind of watching that. I'm not drinking. I think I have issues with dry skin, dehydration. I know that I do, because I don't drink a lot of coffee, but I'm not still getting enough water. So I'm trying to kind of like look at those things. And if you're not hydrated enough, that leads to a whole bunch of problems. But sleep, emotional stress, hydration, what you're eating, all of those things. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that because I know that there are a few people out there, and I don't know if you'll watch this, and I don't know if you'll know who you are, but if you know who you are, I know I have a few people that I'm in contact with that they have a lot on their plates, and they want to do better for themselves, but sometimes you need to figure out what you can let go of so that you can find more time to focus on your health. And that's tough. You can't, like for me, I have tons of kids, I homeschool, I have to do those things. Those aren't going away. But I love that though. But not everybody can change their jobs, you got to make money. So if you hate your job but you can't leave it, then you got to figure out what can you control that will help you. So anyways, I was just thinking about all of you, and I know that this is a stressful time. So one, it's the time when we have all the cookies and the candies and all the really deliciously bad for us foods that are out there when we go to all the holiday things, the Christmas stuff, and we just had Thanksgiving. So your body starts to recover from the Thanksgiving, and then you get the Christmas, and then right away after the Christmas you have the New Year's. And if you're a social person at all, which honestly I'm not really. I'm not out. So for those of you that have to eat out a lot and with friends and family, and you have a lot of activities where there's a lot of food access, that stuff you wouldn't eat, God bless you, because that's something that I do have a little bit more control over, because we live in the middle of nowhere, we don't have any family close, and we don't do a lot of socializing. So that makes it a little more easy for me to be able to not be exposed to the temptation. But I'll tell you, my kids don't eat 100% whole food plant-based at all. They're vegan, except for my oldest son. So we're gradually no milk or dairy anymore, which is, except for my oldest son, which I'm still working on him. And my oldest daughter, but she doesn't live here. If she lived here, she's coming to visit. Oh, maybe I'll see if I can get her on here. So we're gonna do a little test run of her not having those things for a little while. But anyways, what I was saying, because I'm going a rabbit trail, it there are some, for me, there are some temptations. You know, there are some, like, I grabbed some of their potato chips because they have some potato chips, and I have that onion dip, and you know those potato chips have lots and lots of oil. So if my weight, like if I was to say, but I'm eating whole food plant-based, well, I've had some chips this week, so you know. But the thing is, I'm at that place where I would like to lose another 5 or so pounds, but I'm okay where I'm at. But that'd be easy when we go back to habits. If it's 1 chip and 2 chips, and if you're someone, it's kind of like, I want to say, it's kind of like alcohol. If you have an issue with alcohol, if you know you have an issue with not being able to stop snacking, then don't pick that up. You know, I'm very aware when I do it. So if you can just make that awareness in your head, like I'm only going to have 1 or 2 of these, and you can stop, then that's okay. Don't feel like you can't. It's just that making those better choices will lead to better outcomes. So anyways, habits, stress, routine. So do like a little evaluation, and just I'm going to talk about journaling. I don't do a lot of that, but I'm going to talk about what my plan is. You know, everybody's New Year stuff. I'm going to share with you next week if I remember. I should make myself a note. I wanted to talk about that, about writing stuff down. And just kind of, if you're not always aware, not like food journaling, because I don't know how I feel. I did that for a while when I had to count everything. I don't know that maybe we'll see what my holistic nutrition coaching teaches me. But I just know how you need to know what's going in your body. But hyper awareness sometimes can get you to where you don't eat as much as you should. At least for me, that's what happened. So all right, so I'm going to stop there, and I just want to thank you for watching. And if any of you out there have any questions, if you have, I want to make some Christmas cookies that are whole food plant-based. Oh, I know what else I forgot. Shane and Simple. I'm going to share it. I think it's called Shane and Simple, Easy, Healthy, Vegan Recipes. I love his website. So I'm going to, I'll put a link at the bottom of this. If you're watching on Facebook, I don't know if you click into it that you see the description. It's over on YouTube. So go over to YouTube and like the YouTube channel, because that would help me out. The more people would see this. I want to spread the word, guys. I want as many people to know how easy it is to change your life, because if I did it, anybody can do it. So anyways, you all have a blessed one. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back next week. If you have any whole food plant-based, no oil Christmas cookie recipes, I would love to know what they are. So, all right. Well, you guys have a good one. I'll see you next week. Bye now.